Welcome to Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. It's Andrade and Irwin back at it again. Drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment before we get into it. We post 5 videos a week. And this week, actually, we might do a little more because we just got done with the NBA trade deadline. And we decided to focus on 4 teams and 4 of their specific pickups. And we're just going to separate them into 4 videos. And it'll be the Denver Nuggets with Gordon and McGee, Chicago Bulls with Vucevic and Farouk, Miami Heat with Oladipo and maybe Aldridge. And lastly, the Clippers were playoff Rondo. And we're going to start off with the Nuggets.
The Nuggets, yeah.
I know, right?
Definitely the Nuggets, man. He already has that, high altitude already affecting him right now.
Yo, that was good.
Even here in
the
Miami.
High altitude plus the weed.
I'm like, geez, man, just that. He might just be a little bit hungry. But either way, guys, man, one thing I do know for certain is the Nuggets, they got a little bit busy, here in the trade deadline.
And you already know how I felt about these Nuggets going into the preseason, then even the regular season. But I don't put too much value and weight on the regular season. It's all about the playoffs. Yeah. And after last year, I was like, okay, the Nuggets have hit that new ceiling. They've proven to us that they can actually contend for the championship. I feel like they finally found the groove and that consistency when the playoffs come in here, because that's what it's all about. And with these pickups, I don't know, man. I won't call them favorites, but they inched closer to it.
Let me tell you this, man. None of the teams in the West, it's relatively close. They don't scare me, as much as the Nets will scare me in the East. But yeah, it's very interesting to say. But hey,
I like how this NBA season it could go anywhere. You know what I mean? Anyone can win it.
It can,
except for the Knicks.
That's one of the
and the Wizards.
Yeah, dumpster fire. And the Magic.
Yeah,
dumpster fire. But anyways, enough about dumpster fires, man. Let's get to it, guys. So with all the moves that Nuggets have done, how do you feel they did, in this trade deadline?
I think they did really well. I like the addition of Gordon and McGee because Gordon gives him an athletic big man with versatility on defense and offense, because he can defend all positions, and as a power forward, he has outside shooting. I also like that Gordon will finally be in an organization that will give him some consistency, and that'll help him thrive, because he's still young. He's only 25. I still think there's a lot of room for potential growth there, and he still hasn't hit his peak. McGee, high key provides championship experience, pedigree, a voice for a team that needs it in the locker room in the playoffs, because we'd be surprised how far that voice can go when they're actually, say they make it to the Western Conference Finals, when they need it. And also he can still perform well on court. We saw it last year with the Lakers.
They saw right now with the Cavs.
Yeah, and then lastly, you combine Gordon alongside Murray, Jokic, and Porter. That's a nice pool of talent on court at the same time.
And that's actually a good point.
And Bobo? No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, speaking of Porter Jr. and Bobo, this is a win-win situation for the Nuggets. Not only do they load up for the playoffs this year in acquiring Gordon and acquiring McGee, at the same time they will mortgage the future by giving up Porter Jr.
Oh yeah,
and Bobo.
And I thought you were gonna bring this up. I like that Bobo will be able to gain some like mentorship from Gordon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Porter will gain something from McGee. Obviously not position wise, but like I said, that championship wisdom, knowledge, keys,
of course.
gems.
No, and obviously I think Gordon is gonna fill in for the starting spot. I think over Millsap. When it comes to that. So, and the good thing about Gordon is he gives you a little bit of everything. He's like a Swiss knife.
Yes.
He didn't fit so well for a bad team like Orlando, but for a contender, that fits perfectly. And that's just another body, Gordon, that you could throw at at teams like when you're playing like the Clippers. And last but not least, of course, something that we always do. Bring out the stats.
Bring out the stats. Here's the graph, guys.
Almost forgot.
All right, this is his averages and what he did so far in the 2020-21 season before getting traded. Played 25 games, averaging 14.6 points, 6.6 rebounds, 4.2 assists on 43.7% field goal, 37.5 from the 3, and before that he was closer to 40. He's had a little slump in the past 2 to 3 games.
Yeah.
And free throw, that's his flaw, 62.9. That's 63%. Yeah, definitely room for improvement. And he's right at that age that we always say is good for true field goal. Anytime you shoot 50% or more, he's at 50.9. So for a 6'8", 235 power forward, not too shabby. 25, not too shabby. Still got 2 to 3 more years to get into his peak.
Yeah, but I'm very happy that he finally got out of that situation in
Yeah,
Orlando.
Orlando was messing with him, man. They would like switch him up between center, power forward. How is he gonna play for those positions? And let's be honest, they were acting kind of like a dumpster fire. They were like, yes, they made the playoffs last year, but before that, and what's up?
They're not they're not acting like a dumpster fire. They are a dumpster fire. It's like putting.
Oh, okay.
It's like
they're a dumpster fire acting like a contender. How about that?
No, man. Yeah, exactly. It's like putting lipstick on a pig, bro. It's still a fucking pig. If you damn look at it, man. That's where Orlando was, and that's the worst situation that you could be as a franchise in the NBA. You're not bad enough to get a high draft pick, but you're not good enough to be a contender. And with this, and I'm actually might touch up on this later, it finally sets up Orlando to do a full tank rebuild.
Yes, and they got mad picks during these trades.
They got mad picks, and guess what, man? This upcoming draft class is loaded.
That's true,
man. But,
that's true.
But anyways, with the Nuggets, man, based on this, what's happening? Like, how far do you think they're gonna advance? In the playoffs.
Okay, so one thing I like about Gordon on defense is that because he's so versatile and agile, he'll play good defense against guys like LeBron, Kawhi, PG, like all these other men on the West.
Oh, don't worry.
So he'll be able to switch on and off. What's up?
They're not gonna need that free PG, man. Pandemic P's gonna come out.
That'll
handle
I thought
itself.
that was your boy, man. I thought that was your boy.
That's not my boy.
You went back now?
Nah, he's my boy in the regular season. Postseason,
damn,
he's for the streets.
No, that was good. Yeah, that's true. And then JaVale, he'll step it up, bro. I already told you. Before this trade, I already saw them reaching, at the very least, second round. It wouldn't have surprised me to see them back in the Western Conference Finals.
Okay.
Now with this trade, it kind of, the thing is, like, it didn't move the needle to the extent where, like, oh shit, favorites, they're definitely better than Lakers, finals appearance for sure, you know what I mean? But it moves the needle enough for, like, now I got a little more solid belief in, like, okay, definitely Western Conference Finals appearance. I wouldn't, not that I'm saying they're definitely, but like it leaning more onto, like, okay, more likely, because
like a 50%.
They filled the hole, that they needed, their front court, and I'm pretty excited to see, like, if it's Jokic and Gordon, that'll be fun. You know what I mean?
That would be fun.
And bro, Gordon, Jokic, and McGee can all switch between back, and then if it's not gonna happen this year, but over time with Bobo. Shit, you can argue that Nuggets might have some of the best big men on the same squad. You know what I mean? Especially overall. Crazy. And then all we need is Jamal Murray needs to fucking pick up his consistency again, which I hope I gained some trust in him after last year's bubble. I hope it wasn't the bubble effect, though. You know what I mean?
No, it's not, man.
So I'm expecting to see him bring that consistency back in the playoffs. Because before last year, that's what that was my problem with Murray. Inconsistency.
Bro, Murray is just...
he's kind of doing it this regular season.
Murray is just that type of player, like in 2K, man. The fourth quarter, man. When it's towards the fourth quarter or the spotlight is brightest, man, he steps the fuck up.
That's true.
So, at the end of the day, hope so. And like you said, man, it's not all about the regular season, man. It's the playoffs when you get to the big dance. As long as Jamal Murray do what he's got to do.
And Porter's got to do what he's got to do. He better shut the fuck up and play his role. You know what I mean? Like, he'll have more opportunity now this year, but like, all right, bro, you're not the star. This franchise is Jokic and Murray's. You know what I mean? Like, you're the third guy for now. Take it easy. Yeah. Take it easy.
Yeah, you're in Denver, man. You're in Colorado, man. Weed's legal.
You have a and you have a possibility of maybe winning a championship. Like,
maybe
take it, and then whatever. If say you win a chip, and then later on in your next contract, you can be the star in a different franchise, and you have a fucking ring on your finger. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly,
bro. I got high. I don't want to say high, but and then imagine the pick and roll duels with Murray, whether it's Gordon with McGee, and obviously we've seen it with Jokic. Like, crazy, I don't know, man. I got as a starting five. Shit, I got belief in this team. Higher belief than I do in the Utah Jazz. I had to throw it in there, man. I'm sorry.
You might see a card
they're more proven in the playoffs than the Jazz in the past couple years.
I'll give you that. But okay, before we end it off over here.
No, but how would you
I was gonna say my point.
Okay.
My floor is still the same with them. Their floor is gonna be a second round exit. It's not necessarily the Nuggets. It's just out of respect to how loaded the Western Conference is.
Okay.
There's like 4 or 5 teams that could legitimately make it to the conference.
Lakers, Clippers. You gonna
the Jazz,
Blazers?
The Jazz.
Oh, the Jazz.
Blazers can get hot and they can make it to the conference finals.
Are you gonna throw Suns in there?
Suns as well, man. They're the number 2 seed right now.
All right, for me, for sure that I got above the Nuggets is just the Lakers and
The Chris Paul effect.
the
man.
Clippers.
Okay.
Maybe the Clippers
True,
too.
true.
Because Clippers,
and
but
with
we'll get with the Rondo video.
And with my ceiling for the Nuggets, they can make it to the finals. They have enough to make it to the finals if they manage to get, past the West.
And if they make it to the finals, this is when picking up Gordon would be huge, because then Gordon can stay on fucking Durant. You know what I mean?
He can slow him
and
down.
And McGee can stay on
what, DeAndre Jordan?
Yeah, or Griffin. You know what I mean? Like it'll vary. I'm not saying he's gonna stop them, and Gordon's not gonna stop KD, but
no one's gonna stop.
It'll slow him down, because Jokic, he's a solid defender, but he doesn't have the athleticism to keep up with some of these, more mobile guys. And Durant is.
Yeah, he's gonna eat him
slim.
up.
He's fast. Yeah.
But either way, guys, you guys let us know what you guys think in the comments, man. How do you think the Nuggets did, man? You think they did too much, too little, or hey, whatever?
Hey, you can never do too much. You guys think this trade takes him over the hump too? How do you guys like Gordon?
Yeah.
I'm just glad, because I think I've said this in another episode. I wanted Aaron Gordon to finally. Oh yeah, I've for sure said it. I don't know what episode, but like wanted him to finally get into a franchise that can, how to maximize his potential, or at the very least allow him to tap into his potential. And I think Nuggets is a good one. There's other franchises I would have kind of preferred, to be honest, for him, but the Nuggets is a good one.
But hey, we'll see what happens. Either way, guys, appreciate all the love and the hate. You guys already know. Catch us on TikTok, Twitter, Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. Catch you guys soon. For now,
Take
later.
care.